Okay, I just want to do a quick overview of my sketch tools that are in my sketch bag. I usually go over this on Saturdays, but this is sort of an abbreviated version of that. This is a little Winsor & Newton travel watercolor set I keep, kneaded eraser, pencil sharpener, and this is just it's basically whiteout, but it's a super opaque white gouache. So sometimes if I need that, I can hit my watercolor with it. And this thing's really useful. It all just folds out. The little water cup connects onto it, and it's really great. And it's light for cafe sketching especially. And it folds up real quick. It's really convenient. This is a bag that's sort of a catch-all bag. I just have a lot of things that I'm using at the moment that I've sort of accumulated, markers, but also it's got my marker refill ink in it, so I keep refill inks for all the Copic markers I use, which I'll go over in a minute. This is a Pilot G2 pen. You can get these anywhere. It's one of the reasons I like them, but it's a really great drawing pen for just everyday drawing. Some Pentel brush pens. I think I have a gray, a black, and a white. I keep them in a Ziploc bag in case they ever leak. This is a Zebra fountain pen. These are really fun if you haven't used fountain pens before. They're really inexpensive. They're disposable, and you can kind of find out if you like them or not before you commit to an expensive one. I always have white paint markers and different types of opaque white pens. This one's a Molotow white paint marker. This is a Flare Dual, which I just came out with, which is a flare pen with a brush pen on the other end, which is really useful. This is an Etcher Field bag, and I've just got more pens, pencils. I can grab this and use it, and if you notice, I also have my business cards in the front pocket. I always have business cards with me. This is a brush pen, Molotow, white Prisma. And then just an assortment of pencils, black wings, and things that I'm using at the moment, and pens and all that. And I keep two pill boxes, one with black and one with sepia watercolor, and I can cut down on my line mileage with that if I don't, if I want to just use tone. Always got to have a tube of white gouache. Some red pencils for watercolor, black wing. That's about it. There's a set of black and a set of sepia pit pins in here. I like these because they come with a... I basically just use the 3 in the brush pen. That's about it. More random pins I think I got at a Japanese stationery store. So a lot of times I'll put these things in here and I'll just kind of play around with them, try them out and see if I like them. These are just some extra Flare Duals and, some other just random things I'm using in here. Travel watercolor brush set. This is a Moleskine, a large Moleskine sketchbook. I only use this for painting and experimenting and screwing around. Whenever there's something in here, and I'll gesso back like over the pages and just go over again like that page is gessoed over. So it's almost like a whiteboard. I can just keep going and going and going and just trying different things. This is what I use for a sketchbook now. That way I can carry all the different types of paper I like. I like a tone tan, cream, a white, and lately I've been playing around with a cool gray. But now this bag, it's really heavy, and it's not, I've been carrying this thing around this heavy for years. Not a smart idea, so I'm going to go in and show you the bag I've been doing lately for every day. And this one lives in my car, so it's always with me, so I have everything, but I got an abbreviated version of it. This is the one I've been carrying around lately. Really simple bag. It's got the shoulder strap things, and it's really light, and I'll show you what's in it. I have some Copic gray markers. There's a water brush, more Copics, a red marker I use for flesh tones, an orange pencil. I usually use a warm pencil for watercolor, and this is my little case for my fountain pens, which is mostly what I've been using lately, and another little pill box with watercolor in it. I think it's just black. And I like to keep never more than 3 gray markers. I like warm grays. I like using a 2, 4, 6. Then I keep a clear one, a blender. But I don't really blend colors. I use it for other things, which I'll talk about in class. This is my fountain pen case. It's a Kuretake brush pen, which has a converter in it, so I can put different kinds of ink in it. Use it with my fountain pens. This is a Pilot Falcon metal. This has got a 14 karat gold nib that's rhodium plated, and they're really nice nibs. They're soft. The gold is because they're soft. And that one has a reddish ink in it right now, and this one is the same pen, not a metal version, with black ink in it. I like to have 2 different colored inks. You can see it's got a piston converter, which means I can put whatever kind of ink in it I want. And I'm using these mostly right now. I love fountain pens. And I also have a clipboard in here. Same reason I like to use different papers. This one I have the white and the tone gray. I have some tone gray in here. And the tan. I don't think I have the cream color in here though. And this one has the little spot for this. I think I found this bag at a thrift store. It was for something else, but it works perfect for this. Another little pill box of black watercolor. Little case with my kneaded eraser in it. Electric pencil sharpener, or a eraser that I don't usually use, but it's kind of fun to play with. My business cards. Pencil roll. This is just extra plastic erasers from my pencil and some electric eraser refills. And a plastic eraser. And these are just more plastic eraser pencil toppers in case I ever need them. Just a pencil roll. That's a white Signa gel pen. Black wings. polychromos, mostly polychromos, and some white paint markers, and a few Prismas. I usually use polychromos now. And this is my favorite white pen right now, which is a Sharpie white brush pen. I'll go in depth on this in class, and also I'm going to do maybe 3 of these. I'm going to do one of my watercolor kit and my different kits that I keep. So anyway, I'll talk more to you about this in class.